going to be Arhi dropping in a static totem onto Kioska, trying to keep him in place as a Kirin era coming down. This is Arhi trying to see if he can potentially ramp up some bursts from Kioska, who got himself that Aegis trinket fairly early on, just trying to give himself a little bit of survivability. Is about 50% health. So you may be in a bit of a tight spot, especially with all the physical damage that Arhi is able to put out as an Enhancement Shaman. Does have a trinket, big explosive is Kioska, trying to see if he can round the bend, using the mobility in order to escape. Arhi and the charge trap slowed down as the Ghost Wolf is still on him. Does Arhi play the cooldown reduction on Ghost Wolves? Gonna be a quick freeze, big trinket, massive element blast into Kioska, just looking for the surprise element as Arhi, I think, maybe has enough Maelstrom in order to take down Kioska. Does he have the setup? Trying to go for Nightfade Transfusion? I think Kioska realized, you know what, I think it's over. That Alien Blast literally just obliterated me. Whatever health I needed in order to be able to survive this, I was just gone. Big hunt onto Arhi with a massive soul break. Stun to follow. Does have himself the Aegis. Could potentially maybe rotate into walls, hopefully soonish. Got himself massive healing. The Maelstrom healing of Shamans should be a lot more bolstered with a lot of the talent tree changes. Quick interrupt onto the Ivy as Stroh's trying to see if he can cleave right through Arhi. The man is just going to walk out of the darkness, just leaving him with the capacitor totem. Stunning Stroh's going in for Alien Blast, but I think that got him thrown into darkness. Does he have a second one? Stroh's flies up in the air. If Arhi has any Maelstrom, this is where Arhi could potentially just take down Stroh's. The man has nowhere to go. He needs to slay the demon as soon as possible. That's going to be his only ticket out of this situation. Definitely needs to slay it as soon as he can. Just give some more healing. The man doesn't focus on the demon at all. Definitely should have sniped it out with a quick glaive toss as soon as possible. And Arhi took advantage, just pressed the assault with more dots going to be up next. Got himself the massive synergy to burn through Arhi with mad damage onto the Shaman. You guys said the Starfall apparently does a lot of damage. Guiding Totem does prevent some of the more dots damage. I think you guys are right about Starfalls. I think they may be like legitimately powerful now. Because that Starfall does seem like it's quite a bit of sustained damage. Massive moon just dropping onto Arhi. I think Mordots is basically playing for that moon build where every so many shooting stars, he does have a moon dropping onto Arhi, which can be pretty bad for the Shaman, especially with this moon squid trying to see if he can press the assault. More dots going in for even more damage over time. That's going to be that Nightfade Transfusion, trying to see if he can blast out more dots chickens for it. Oh my god, the man has just drained him with a Nightfade ability. Drop down capacitor, quick drain, taking him out. I guess I never realized it, but yeah, the Nightfade ability actually is nature damage, isn't it? That gains all the benefits of like any buffs to nature. Big LA Blast for the knockdown. That's going to be a Nightfade Transfusion by Huge Budman, trying to go for big lava burst, but it's going to be Grinding Totem. Has himself maybe a little bit of healing. Big LA Blast by Arhi. Does trick it out of it. Huge at no health whatsoever. Does get himself a little bit of health to work with. Maybe a Warlock Hellstone. Needs a recovery in case he wants to find a way to live through the damage of an Enhancement Shaman. Arhi just trying to see if he can close the gap using the Nightfade ability in order to catch back to him. Is he gonna go for that? Does go for Nightfade Transfusion. Actually, so much damage. Nightfade into an LA Blast just absolutely obliterates the Shaman. He couldn't go anywhere. He can't interrupt him because he got that Grounding Totem. You throw down a capacitor in there, so you literally can't stop him. And you just go for a full drain into a blast, taking him out of the game. All right, Arhi. All right, Arhi. All right, Arhi. All right, Arhi. You can't be doing this to these boys, man. What was that? My man Kazan just got absolutely shattered. I'm sorry, what? I just looked over in the chat for a second. It was over already? We got ourselves Arhi gonna be first up over for the team one. Astros trying to see if they can catch him out in the open. Gonna be a big hunt, trying to see if they can cleave down the Shaman, but the man got the capacitor totem to stop him in place. Second capacitor totem to follow, literally hitting the man with the cap totem, trying to see if he can maximize his damage onto Arhi. Arhi got plenty of self-healing with that Maelstrom and all the other class buffs in order to keep him topped off. Big Sunder onto Stros, big LA Blast to follow. Stros does get to about half his health, needs to be looking out for the recovery, hoping for another demon spawn. Azaz is the only thing that's really keeping him alive right now. Flying up into the air, big blaster onto Arhi. Arhi, I think maybe just waiting to go for a big blast to follow. No, just gonna root him in place. Strange Transfusion, not even giving him a chance to go anywhere. Oh my god, just drained him as the man does spawn in a demon. That is super unfortunate. This is where you need to make sure you're slaying that demon as soon as you see him. Binding shot around the corner. Arhi doesn't get caught by it just yet. It's going to be a stun by Kioska. Big explosive to follow. Mad blast to Kioska. Doesn't go for feign death. Trying to go for a bit of recovery. But Arhi isn't going to give him much opportunity to even get himself those bandages, sutured any of those wounds. Just going to blast him out. with the power of the Maelstrom, power of the big enhancement hammer, just not letting the guy play the game whatsoever, not giving opportunity to escape. Ghostos on Kiosku, having to go for turtle shell, looking for a full recovery, looking for a full reset. Kiosku just leaves. Oh no. No! Poor Kiosku, man. Literally just ran out at Archie. He tried to see if he can get a play. Archie is just unstoppable. He can't be stopped. He can't be slow, but maybe Huge Buttman has himself a big setup. Going to be a grinding totem. And Huge Buttman trying to go for a big lava burst, but doesn't quite get the proper Necrolord go. Necrolord, Nightfade weaving together. It's going to be an interrupt onto Archie, knocking it back for just a second. And Huge Buttman looking for even more lava bursts. Got himself the big Ascendance procs. Does he have enough to follow? Archie with a big Aegis Trinket, help him reduce a lot of the physical damage taken. As Enhancement Shaman just continue to build Maelstrom. Huge Buttman doesn't really have much Maelstrom to work with. Does go for Frost Shark versus Archie. He needs to do something right now because Archie, next Maelstrom he's got, next 5 Maelstrom could be very, very deadly. Ghost was at the ready as well. So it can give him lots of damage. Doesn't even need the Ghost Souls. Just absolutely dumpsters him with those Ellie Blasts. Pito trying to see if he can close the gap with Archie. Lexup, does he have the big burst combo? Going to be a trick for Archie. Actually, it looks like Pito is the one trying to go for the burst, but Archie with an Alien Blast is able to turn it around him. Completely interference to Archie. Could be under total pressure. Trying to go for 9 fusion, but looks like Pito is able just to put in enough pressure onto the Shaman to take him out of the game. Beheader charging in next versus the Monk. Cool stun. It's going to be a Blaze Stone with Avatar. Trying to see if he can go for big damage. Blasting him out. Pino with an execute. Oh, Beheader just absolutely just goes in from the top all the way down, splitting the boy down the middle. With Civic's going to be up next. Charge out by Beheader pretty early on. Try to see if he can catch the Demon Hunter before he can get a proper opener. Blaze Storm right after. Civ does end up spawning in a Demon. Stun to Beheader. Good position to be going down. Massive explosion. Beheader no health whatsoever. Doesn't get any recovery at all. He may need parry. Any one of the magic hits from Civ could just be the end to Beheader. Just try to see if he can maximize the damage. I am surprised this man is alive. Parry up. Potentially could look for recovery if Civ just stays on him and continues to hit into the die by the sword. Keeps giving him parries. The man could catch himself a lot of recovery. Beheader does go for a little bit of heal. Charging out towards that hunt. Trying to see if he can cut him off at the edge. That's going to be a big sharp of blades. But Civ does have enough damage to keep pushing him over. Going to be Atho trying to go for a blind. Civ is able to immune it with a Metamorphosis. Trying to drop down a Fear Sigil onto Atho. But do they have the damage to follow Resonator? Does it do enough damage? Atho recovering plenty of health. Looks like maybe was able to walk away from a Resonator trinket before it exploded. It erupted next to the Paladin. Atho trying to see if he can blast out Civ. Looking for maybe some big damage. Civ backing up out of it entirely. Atherman charging in, Civ with no help whatsoever, stun around the corner, has Metamorphosis, but that bubble is just going to give him that immunity, denying the Demon Hunter any kind of self-healing whatsoever. Taking him out of the game with R. He tried his very best to continue his onslaught, but does get shut down at some point.